process, then maybe we could have a regular candidate instead of Kamala Harris, who's not ready, never was ready. So if you bring out Beyonce, I don't even think she's coming in. You want to know why? They told us she was going to come in at the DNC, and Roy Cooper showed up, the governor of North Carolina. So I think Roy's going to show tonight in Texas.
You know, Jessica, they spent $1 billion on this campaign. They tried joy, and then they tried the threat to democracy, and then they decided, well, we'll put her out more in the media. And still, Donald Trump is chipping away. Is it a bad campaign, or is she a bad candidate?
Well, get back to me on November 5th, and I'll tell you what actually happened.
Well, there's people in your party who are
I know,
apparently
you always say they
out.
did. We freak out every election. We're true to form. Democrats are anxious. We are nervous. Our sheets are soiled, not in the actual gross way, but in the sweating it out because this is so tight. The New York Times Siena poll, people were waiting for it. It's an A+ poll.
I'm telling you now, on election day, P. Diddy party celebrities are gonna be trending worldwide. Mark my words. Mark my words. P. Diddy, Puff Daddy. Party celebrities are gonna be trending. Just gotta be real with you guys, man. I know a lot of people don't want to come on here and give it to you real. But we don't beat around the bush. We don't sugarcoat it. We're gonna keep it real, man. And it's sad that we're at this point, man, with 8 days left. It is a disgrace. I'll be honest with you, man. And now we're seeing more celebrities dip in because of that MAGA movement, man. That Trump movement it's powerful. It's huge. Salute and love to all them beautiful patriots, man, against the corrupt system. Against the corrupt system, people that are just sick and tired of failures, of failed policy, of being put last. Millions are struggling and dying right now. And the lady can't get up there and answer our questions. Doesn't even know if she's even ready for the job. Word salads, word spaghetti. And now we're being told just to blindly vote for the lady. And then offends people of black men. I mean, they just pissed everybody off, man. Sending Obama out there, old Barry, Big Mike. And they sweating at night saying, how is this race so close? Well, go out there and just mock voters, belittle voters. And now, since they're losing so bad, they see the new polls, they see the data, they're panicking. Well, let's just go back to what we know. Fascist, Hitler, dictator on day one. All this crap, man. Day one was a couple years ago. How did that go for you? Your best bet is to go get some more celebrities off that list. It's ridiculous, you guys. But I couldn't wait to get into this take on it. A couple of y'all sent this one over for me to review. Didn't get a chance to check it out yet, so now we're gonna check it out. Make sure you hit that like button so that more people can see this video. But it keeps us in the algorithm nice and fresh. And also subscribe to the channel if you are new here. We keep it real. We do not sugarcoat it, man. We are 8 days out, man, and it has to be too big to rig. So make sure you go out and vote. Vote. I love y'all. And again, we're wishing the best in everybody's life, man. I don't care what side you're on. I don't care if you're blue, red, liberal, conservative, Democrat, Republican. We look at both sides. We're fair. But I know where my values line up when it comes to policy, when it comes to common sense. I know where it lines up, man. But then to see that this lady is not fit, she's unqualified. She isn't presidential to me. I'm sorry. I feel like they could have had a way better ticket. A way better ticket. But you know, Joe said, no. She's my vice president. Dropped his snow cone on the floor. Ice cream on the floor. That's my vice president. We did such an amazing job. The Bidenomics is working. It was a cheap fake and a deep fake. And she was right. I was as sharp as a tack.
Hello, everybody. I'm Judge Janine Pirro, along with Jessica Tarlov, Jesse Waters, Katie Pavlich, and Greg Gutfeld in, it's not corduroy, what is it?
It's a pilled shirt.
It's 5 o'clock in New York City, and this is The Five. It is going to be a nail biter. The latest head-to-head matchup from the New York Times shows a dead heat. An even 48-48 split between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Both candidates out in Texas today and ramping up the trash talk.
Kamala is here in Texas to rub shoulders with woke celebrities. Isn't that exciting?
The comment that Donald Trump made about America being the trash can of the world, he really belittles our country.
Worst of all, Kamala refuses to stop importing these killers into our country.
America deserves better.
And even though things are neck and neck, one campaign is privately in freakout mode. According to Axios, Democrat insiders are already worrying that Harris has blown it. And some are even pointing their finger at Joe Biden if Kamala loses. Check this out.
She's in her 92nd day in the campaign. This is more like a European snap election than anything else. And so this is her big challenge. If she loses, it'll be in part because she wasn't the nominee in time to really grow. But she's got a succinct message.
And if this doesn't sound like Hillary 2016 all over again, Kamala is rolling out the red carpet for celebrities to headline her closing rallies. Beyonce will reportedly hit the stage at a Harris event in Houston later tonight. That's after Samuel L. Jackson and Bruce Springsteen brought out their star power to a Georgia rally. Watch.
Look how that went. Look how that Beyonce again. That rally was in where I live in Houston, Texas. Not even about 20 minutes away. Booed off. Booed off. They were pissed down there, man. Did y'all see what really happened? I know y'all probably seen what really happened at that rally. I mean, it was everywhere. Beyonce didn't perform. She done pissed everybody off, man. And heard that they spent $10 million on her. It's crap, man. Women's reproductive rights. Only thing you know is abortion. In which they playing in people's faces, man. But still manipulating. It's just, you know. Don't want to take accountability, man. But again, they don't vote across the board. Only when it's time to pick a president. And then blame Trump for making it pro-choice. All right. Anyways.
I'm Bruce Springsteen, and I am here today to support Kamala Harris and Tim Walz. Donald Trump is running to be an American tyrant. He does not understand this country, its history, or what it means to be deeply American.
We've heard her favorite.
Yeah, I remember Bruce Springsteen. Yeah. I remember in 2016.
Curse word is a favorite of mine too. But I ain't gonna say that word. But I don't know about you, but that's the kind of president I can stand behind.
Katie, I'm going to go to you first. You know, we just heard Jim Messina saying that as a candidate, Kamala Harris didn't have enough time to grow as a candidate. Now, isn't being the understudy for 3 years and 10 months of the president of the United States enough time to grow into the race?
You could argue that if the race were longer, she would be in an even worse shape because as time goes on and the more she has to do publicly, the worse her poll numbers get and the more independents are going over to the Trump campaign. And what did they expect? I mean, they had an option to do an open convention.
She just said what I've been saying, y'all. What I told y'all, what we probably going to be saying on November 5th. What did you expect? What did you expect? What did you expect? And I got a strong feeling that celebrities aren't moving the needle in this one. Nobody cares about a celebrity. People have been saying all on my social media everywhere, them celebrities. And I don't blame them. Them celebrities. And their nice houses and mansions and cars. They're not filling up nobody's tanks. They could care less about you and I. We know who wants to put us first. Who wants to put America first.
To have tried and true candidates who maybe have won elections before, not just the U.S. Senate, but maybe gone through a primary process and lost, but who have been tested. And they decided not to do that. They decided to get behind Kamala Harris, assuming that she would win. Joe Biden pushed against it and was forced out. And now they're going to blame Biden for not getting out sooner. I mean, you have Barack Obama saying that maybe Biden was a better choice at this point. And so I think that if she were on the campaign longer, she would have some problems. But things are certainly not moving in the direction they want them to, and they are literally running out of time.
You know, Jesse, the majority of uncommitted voters are apparently between the ages of 18 and 34. You think dragging out Samuel L. Jackson or Bruce Springsteen are going to appeal to them?
No, the McDonald's visit affected more people than any of that. They said, I think 37% of young Americans who saw that visit now are leaning towards Trump. I was at my mother's house this morning, Judge Janine, and my dad opened his phone while my mom was making me scrambled eggs. Aww. And he goes, oh, Jesse, look at this. Axios says nervous Democrats fear that Kamala is blowing it. And I looked at my mother, and I could have been a jerk. But I'm not a jerk. I'm a good sport, and I'm a kind son. I'm a compassionate American. And I just said, could I have my eggs, please?
First.
I didn't rub it in. I'm not trying to brag. You look at these polls, Trump is tied, Judge Janine. This is the first time he's ever been tied going into a race like this. He was down big with Hillary, down big with Biden. On television, I say the race is tight. Because when you have a tied national poll with Donald Trump, on television, I say the race is tight. I say other things to my friends. Not to my mother, but my friends. This is funny that they're blaming Joe Biden for not getting out earlier. How about just blaming Joe Biden for the last 4 years? People don't want to vote Democrat because it's been a mess. The border's wide open. People's pocketbooks are getting smashed. It has nothing to do with the coup and the timing of it. That should have happened in a normal primary process. Then maybe we could have a regular candidate instead of Kamala Harris, who's not ready, never was ready. So if you bring out Beyonce, I don't even think she's coming in. You want to know why? They told us she was going to come in at the DNC, and Roy Cooper showed up, the governor of North Carolina. So I think Roy's going to show tonight in Texas.
You know, Jessica, they spent $1 billion on this campaign.
Here we go.
They tried joy, and then they tried the threat to democracy, and then they decided, well, we'll put her out more in the media. And still, Donald Trump is chipping away. Is it a bad campaign, or is she a bad candidate?
Well, get back to me on November 5th, and I'll tell you what actually happened.
Well, there's people in your party who are apparently freaking out. I know, you always say they did. It's
we freak out every election. We're true to form. Democrats are anxious. We are nervous. Our sheets are soiled, not in the actual gross way, but in the sweating it out because this is so tight. the New York Times Siena poll, people were waiting for it. It's an A+ poll. There were nuggets of good news in it, though. So 15% are undecided, and she has a 10-point advantage with them. In the Emerson poll, she's up 60-36 on that. The Harvard Youth poll came out. You talk about the youngins and the McDonald's photo op. She has a bigger lead with young voters than Biden did, 60-32. The Marist early voter data looks good. I went in a time machine, I guess, while you were visiting your mom. So I went back to 2012, and I looked at the Real Clear Politics average on election day, not even 11 days out. And Obama was only up 0.7, which really didn't jibe with how I was feeling about the election. Mitt Romney, the most sexist man that ever lived, if I recall correctly, had this huge surge at the end that made a lot of people like Jesse feel confident. And then Obama ended up winning by 3.9 points. Now, I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but we have seen a jump ball that ended up going in the Democrats' direction. And one of the theories about what's going on with Trump is that he is certainly getting more support, but that it's an inefficient vote. So he's doing really well in Florida, better than he needs to, in California, better than he needs to, in New York, states that he's not going to end up winning in California and New York, but that he's not putting together the coalition that he needs in the swing states for it. We'll see if that pans out. That would be the best route for the Democrats if we're going to win this.
Oh, Jessica, sound like a little panicking to me. I feel like he's done it smart, man. And how we did it out in Madison Square Garden, I think this has been a genius, a very smart, disciplined, focused campaign. Just being honest, man.
He never assumed that we were going to win. That's the thing.
All right, Fred,
Yes,
wrap it
you
up.
did.
Where
No.
does the
whole reason
jump
Biden
ball
left.
go?
Well, first of all, uncommitted voters need to be committed. How can you not know? I mean, it's like you're not sure whether you should get a kiss on the cheek or a slap in the face. No offense, Doug Emhoff. But Democrats should freak out because if they lose, it is, according to them, the end of the world. I mean, it's over. I mean, Trump's a tyrant, Hitler, you name it, we'll talk about it. If they're lucky, their early prediction that the Earth was going to end in the late 20s will maybe come earlier.
I'm hoping for that.
Yeah,
one,
you're
actually.
hoping. See, and I want to piggyback on what you said about she wasn't the nominee long enough. Well, whose fault is that?
Right.
You all knew that Joe Biden's brain was French toast, and you hid it from America. You treated his senility like Bigfoot. You know, the sightings were hoaxes and the video evidence were deep fakes. You could have had the 25th Amendment. You should have had the 25th Amendment, you know, and then maybe you might have had a good candidate. But instead, you're stuck with this pretender in a pantsuit. And, you know, it's your fault. And you're right, 3.5 years, it's more than enough time to learn. But she wasn't learning, man. She chose wine over work. As for the celeb power, this is after, you know, the Beetlejuice star Michael Keaton calls Trump supporters naive and easily persuadable. Well, what's more easily persuadable than a voter whose decisions are influenced by pop culture? You know, that's actually more insulting to your voter that you think trotting out Beyonce will get them to put a ring on it. You know, maybe if the Democrats think your vote can be swayed by a celebrity, they don't think of you much at all.
Wow. Spot on. Told you, man. And I think for a lot of people, them celebrities, just seeing those celebrities out there, it just makes people, you know, make people say, nah. That's just my honest opinion, though, man. You know, using celebrities, man. That's. But like I say, how did that play out in 2016? It's giving us 2016 vibes, man. It's. And then Trump's looked better than he did in 2016. His campaign looks. This campaign looks completely different compared to 2016. What do y'all think, though, man? Comment down below. I love y'all, and I will catch you beautiful people in the next one, man. Peace and love, y'all.